Today's video is brought to you by Beautiful Halo. Thank you so much for sponsoring me, first of all. And if you guys would like some good quality anime merch, you can go to Beautiful Halo, link in the description below. And on your next $49 plus order, you can get 5% off with the code MEME. And if it's $99 plus, you can get 10% off with the same code MEME, M-I-M-E. Let's get right into the video. Welcome back, guys. This is King of Weebs here, and this is What If Naruto was in the Army Part 3 finale. Last time we left off with Naruto, still getting beaten by Sasuke, only because Naruto actually was fully injured and he really had no chance against Sasuke then, especially because he was on the brink of death, to be honest. But anyway, of course, the the Naruto's here, since Kurama and Naruto are not friends yet. The Naruto's actually decided to try to use Naruto's anger or frustration to actually weaken the seal by actually giving him more and more chakra. Anywho, this part might be a bit shorter because I want to record this quickly and I want to record a new part. So I'm sorry if this is less than an hour or maybe even less than 40 minutes. But of course I want to continue a new series and continue moving on. Anywho, now of course Naruto actually still went on the training trip with Jiraiya, and here Tsuki actually learns with what's her name, with Tsunade. What's her name? With Tsunade, but of course she actually becomes friends with Sakura. Well, not Sakura, with Sai. Of course, she's already been friends with Sakura, and she becomes friends with Sai, and they actually go on missions together from now. These days, and yeah. Anywho, now after a while, Naruto returns after 2 years and a half, and Naruto has trained in a lot of things. He's trained in Sage Mode, which he actually mastered. He trained in the Flying Raijin to master it to a degree where not even the fourth Kage ever did mastered it to, and also different types of Rasengans like the Rasen Shuriken, the Vanishing Rasengan, and the Red Scarlet Rasengan, also the Vermilion Rasengan, which actually is boosted by the Nine Tails Chakra. Naruto can actually use up to 2 tails of the Nine Tails Chakra. I know it's less, but Naruto really doesn't need the Nine Tails. But the Vermilion Rasengan is actually a bit weaker than the Rasen Shuriken. And of course, Naruto actually knows how to throw the Rasen Shuriken by now. And yes, Naruto has Sage Mode, of course. He mastered Sage Mode, same as Jiraiya, but anywho. Now, of course, Naruto returns to the village, and of course, he gets greeted by Tsuki first, and here Naruto still became friends with Konohamaru, just like in the original, just that he wasn't too close to him, but here he actually gets a bit closer to him after he returns. Of course, Konohamaru admired Naruto for being so strong, and anywho, Naruto says hello to Konohamaru, and now after this, Team 7 actually does the bell test against Naruto this time, because Team 7, there's only 2 members of Team 7 now, and Naruto has gotten even stronger, so of course Team 7 needs to see if they have improved. Kakashi, of course, will be watching, just like in the original. He watched Team 7 in the original, and he's going not like in the original. Originally, in this way, Kakashi made Naruto do it, and of course, Naruto does it again. And Naruto's really impressed by this team, especially because they were actually able to take the bells away from him, even though there's only 2 of them now. And Naruto was congratulating them, and just saying Naruto didn't try at all. Literally, you could even say that he tried less than 3 years ago, and yeah, he actually did, because Naruto's so strong now that even if he tried, it would be just an unfair fight. Naruto is a Kage level fighter right now. Maybe even stronger, maybe even I was about to say Jubi level fighter, but that means he could beat the Ten Tails. But he is a Biju level fighter, which is pretty impressive, especially for a 16-year-old now. But anywho, now, of course, the next day, Naruto comes to find out about Gaara getting captured. And here, Naruto and, is not allowed to go especially because Danzo doesn't allow him. But then Naruto says, "Why should I stay in the Anbu? I'm leaving the Anbu. I don't care. I don't need you guys anymore. I didn't even try. I didn't want to join you. I know the truth now. I've been forced into the Anbu. I didn't have a choice. You lied to me. You were the one to manipulate all the elders to make me join the Anbu without even asking me, without my permission." And of course, Danzo says, "Naruto, I'm the one who gave you life, basically." And Naruto's like, "You're not my mother, you freaking prick." Anywho, of course, Naruto doesn't like Danzo, especially because he's seen all the dodgy stuff he does. And anywho, Tsuki just leaves with Naruto too, and yeah, Naruto on the way to, the sand village, he actually goes with team 7, and Naruto and Tsuki actually make their own little team. Of course, they're both pretty much given jonin rank, especially because they were two army members, part of their elite shinobi basically. And Tsuki is no joke. She is an overpowered beast. I'm not going to say what she trained in. Of course, she trained in medical ninjutsu, but I'm not going to say what else she has now. And yeah, now, of course, Tsuki actually found out a new ability of, Mangekyo Sharingan, something that no one really knew, not even her, until a few years back. And I'm sorry if there's like fireworks in the background. That is because there are fireworks in my area for some reason. I don't know why. It's maybe they're celebrating on November, which I failed. Yes, I have failed. On the second day, I'm weak. I'm a weak human being. Do not follow my, don't be like me, guys. Please don't fail. If the king could have, if the king failed, I at least want everyone else to, pass. And this is the fuck's sake. Even last year I failed. Last year I failed without even knowing. I didn't even know it was not November. I literally was. I just took one. I thought it was. I actually knew I was aware of not November, but I didn't know it was like literally time. I literally thought I still had time in it. So basically, man just took one, and then the day after, I checked the time, right? The time, and I didn't wank, I say wank, but I didn't do it for like 2 days, and it was on the 3rd, not the day after, on the 3rd, and I'm like, wait, hold up, I took one a day or two ago. Oh no. And then I realized I filmed not November without even realizing it, and yeah, that kind of turned out bad. Anywho, I'm sure all my males will understand the pain I went through. If you're a female, you should be lucky you're not a male right now. Anywho, now, the thing is, not November's on my birthday too, God's sake. Now, after this, Naruto and Sakura, Team 7 and Naruto and Kakashi and Tsuki arrive at the sand village, and basically Naruto actually decides to go off on his own because he needs to find Gaara as fast as possible, because he cannot allow Gaara to die or anything. But anywho, now of course Kakashi says not to go, and Naruto's like, "I'm sorry, Kakashi sensei, but I'm sorry, but you're not my I'm a jonin myself, so I can do this. You can't stop me now. I have to go. I have to save Gaara." And of course, Tsuki actually goes with him. And of course, they actually find the hideout a lot faster, and Gaara is still alive, he's not dead yet. And yeah, anywho, now, of course, as they actually break into the, Akatsuki hideout, of course, it's a lot different, especially because Gaara's still getting sealed away. The Akatsuki actually, realized that they broke in because, they freaking smashed the cave, and, they get worried, and so they stop the ritual. And of course, most of the tail beasts have been, sealed away, and so they weren't too worried about it. Most of the eye opened up, and it was more than enough for the eye to open up. But anywho, now, of course, Naruto says, "Give Gaara back or die." And as he says that, he throws a kunai with a paper bomb on it. But of course, that paper bomb was actually rigged. But as soon as he explodes, Deidara was actually able to dodge, same as Sasori. And, Naruto says, "Alright, you were able to dodge that, but you're going to be able to dodge this." And as he says that, Naruto actually teleports in front of Deidara, and Deidara didn't even know how he did that. But the thing about the kunai that he actually threw, he actually had sealing formulas all around it, and basically once he exploded, sealing formulas actually fell on the ground. The ink with the sealing formula actually fell to the ground, and Naruto was able to teleport everywhere where this the ink was. And that is a pretty overpowered technique. Naruto created that during his training. And yeah, of course, Tsuki was completely baffled on how Naruto did this. And as this was happening, she actually sees Sasori trying to attack Naruto, and basically from the back, and basically Tsuki's like, "What are you, what are you trying to do, huh?" And as she says that, she breaks Sasori's shell, and of course Sasori sees that Tsuki has the her Sharingan activated, and Tsuki is not joking around. She knows these are Akatsuki members, and so they can't mess around with them. But of course, Sasori saw that this was an Uchiha, and so he knew that she must know Sasuke Uchiha. And then now Naruto, of course, actually kills Deidara before Tsuki can actually get rid of Sasori. And before Sasori actually dies, Sasori didn't have a chance. As soon as he tried to use his 100 puppet jutsu, Tsuki actually activated her Susanoo, which actually stopped Sasori. And literally Sasori was shook to his core, because he didn't know what to do now, and he realized that he's dead, he's going to die. And so before he dies, he's done. I guess I'm gonna die anyway, so I'll give you this information. I'm sure you're an Uchiha too, since you have the Mangekyo Sharingan. And yeah, if you want to know where Sasuke Uchiha is, he's with Orochimaru. And basically, Naruto and Tsuki say they already knew that, and basically then Sasuke is like, let me finish at least. Here, this is the information where I meet up with Orochimaru. I have a spy in there. So, we meet up a few times. And then of course, Orochimaru was going to come today to actually kill Sasori, especially because Kabuto was actually lying, and I'm pretty sure that was the spy. I'm not too sure, but anyway. Of course, now Naruto takes this information and says, thank you. I guess now you can die in peace. And of course, right before, he kills him, Sakura, not Sakura, Tsuki says, wait, what's your name again? And basically, Sasori says, Sasori of the Red Sand. And basically, then, and Tsuki asks, why did he leave the Sand Village? And basically, Sasori says that, I'm not too sure, to be honest. Maybe I just got bored of it. I don't know. Well, are you going to kill me or not? And of course, then Naruto says, do you have any relatives in the Sand Village? And of course, then Sasori says, why do you need to know that, huh? And of course, Naruto's like, just answer. And of course, Sasori then says, yes, I do. I have my grandma. And of course, Naruto then says, well then, would you want to see her again? And basically Sasori is like, she's disappointed in me. I don't even think she wants to see my face. And of course, Naruto's like, how about we see? Maybe we can let you live, since you gave us crucial information. And of course, Naruto was really grateful to, Sasori for this information. And that's why he was actually having mercy. And of course, Saki was actually kind of saddened that, this remember, Sasori is not much older than Naruto and Tsuki, just a few years, and even though he's older than them, he still has his grandma. And if they kill him, and they actually know Sasori's past, because they actually know. Well, Tsuki knows, and Tsuki actually, was all about, allowing Sasori to live, especially because she knows exactly what Sasori went through. And that is because she actually studied a lot about, and she made a lot of research about Akatsuki members. And yeah, of course, now Tsuki actually was really happy that Naruto let him live. And so now once he returns, Granny Chio was really, really happy to see Sasori again, and she asks, why are you back? I don't know. And basically, of course, so Sasori says, I just wanted to see you again, to be honest. And of course, now Chio's like, are you going to remain? you're a rogue ninja now, aren't you? And of course now Sasori says, "Oh, you see, these two gave me a chance to survive, so I guess I might as well." And I'm sorry for hurting Conqueror. And of course, he actually returns to the village, and so Sasori becomes a villager of the of the sand, not of the leaf. But anyway, of course, all ends well. And yeah, of course now, so Naruto actually tells Team 7 about how they can actually meet. They can actually find Sasuke, and of course they were all interested, and they ask, and basically Naruto says, then actually Sasori says that he actually has a spy within Orochimaru's ranks, and he actually gave the information to Naruto and Tsuki, and of course Sasori says that he can actually help out. He doesn't mind if they don't mind, and of course they actually want Sasori to help out because there's no way they can actually trick Orochimaru, since Orochimaru is like a trick master himself. But still, anywho, now Sasori obliges and says, "Okay, I'll help you guys out." And yeah, anywho, now Naruto and the rest actually head after a week or so, they actually head off to find the Orochimaru, because they actually want to bring back Sasuke as soon as possible. But anywho, while they were actually going, Naruto still gets the gift from Itachi, but he was he doesn't get it, but of course Naruto was actually with Tsuki, and as they were going, Tsuki actually came to Naruto because she saw that Naruto was outside of the group, and she got worried, and so she came, and then Itachi actually saw Tsuki, and he's like, "I can't hide this anymore." And so he actually tells her the truth, and Tsuki was fully baffled. She's like, "Wait, so you you know what happened to my brother?" And of course then Itachi apologizes for not telling her about this earlier, because he didn't get a chance to. He had to leave as soon as possible after killing the Uchiha clan. And Tsuki, now that she understood that her brother actually killed himself, she was pretty saddened. But then Itachi actually pulls out the crow, and actually pulls the eye out and gives it to Tsuki, and Tsuki's like, "Who is this?" And basically Itachi then says, "Well, you see, this is your brother's eye. He gave it to me as the last thing he gave to me. Well, he gave it to me as his little departure gift or something. But anywho, I want you to have it. I know you have the Mangekyo Sharingan by now. I can see it within your eyes. I can feel it from here." And of course Tsuki actually accepts it, and actually takes out one of her eyes, and puts this one on, and she actually heals herself straight away. And yeah, she actually awakens the eternal Mangekyo Sharingan on one eye. But I'm going to say that she does not get the perfect Susanoo, and that is only because of you needing both of the Mangekyo Sharingans. But anywho, eternal Mangekyo Sharingans. Anywho, now of course Itachi then tells them that he doesn't have much time left in this world, and so he's going to tell Sasuke the truth. He's going to fight Sasuke soon, and he wants them not to interfere. And basically they ask why he doesn't have much time, and of course he explains about his illness, and basically Tsuki explains that maybe she might be able to help. And the only reason she's saying this is because Itachi told her about what truly happened to her older brother, and so she was really grateful to Itachi, and so she wanted to help out. Of course, Itachi at first is like, "It's fine, there's no need," but then Tsuki insists, and Naruto says, "It's better. Maybe you can tell Sasuke the truth about the Uchiha massacre, and maybe you can reunite with your beloved brother." And of course Itachi thinks about it, and he's like, All right then, and of course, the only reason he actually accepted is because he gets a chance to actually reunite with his younger brother, the person he killed, his own clan, his own family, to protect, and he gets to tell him the truth. He doesn't have to lie anymore, and so they actually make plans on meeting up to actually heal Itachi. And anywho, they will be there once uh Sasuke wants to comes to fight Itachi. And anywho, now of course they actually go off to find Sasuke, especially because if they can find Sasuke before the fight, or before this could happen, they can actually get Itachi to come back to the village straight away. And the Hokage is still alive here, so you know the Hokage can help out too by actually telling them the truth. And anywho, after this, Naruto and Tsuki actually go and catch up to the team 7, you with Yamato this time, especially because they don't know what could happen, and Yamato is actually a pretty strong Jonin, or he used to be in the Anbu too. And anywho, of course, Sasori is there too to help out, and in the end, Naruto actually doesn't go into his rampage, especially because he knows that he will be able to bring back Sasuke, but he tries to kill Orochimaru by actually fighting him. But in the end, Orochimaru was able to escape before Naruto could even touch him, because Orochimaru saw Naruto and realized that he has no chance, especially because he actually saw Tsuki with him, and Tsuki looked even stronger than how strong she was back in during the tuning exams, and she was one of the main reasons Orochimaru had to escape, because she had the Susanoo, and the Susanoo being OP as fuck. Of course, Orochimaru did not want to fight. Anywho, now after this, Naruto and the rest actually follow Orochimaru back to the hideout, and in the end find Sasuke, and Sasuke still says hello to Naruto as per normal. But this time Naruto, he doesn't allow Sasuke to get into his mind, because he doesn't want Sasuke to see what's inside his mind, the Nine Tails. And of course Sasuke doesn't know about the Nine Tails, but of course that's what Naruto thinks, but Sasuke has been told by Orochimaru that Naruto is actually the Nine Tails Jinchuriki, and so he might be a pest, so you should try to get rid of him, or try to scare him off as soon as possible. And Sasuke is like, don't worry, he's weak anyway, I beat him once and I'll beat him again. And of course Orochimaru knows that Sasuke must have got super lucky, especially because he knows that Naruto was able to kill the whole entire Sound Force, and near enough, if he had enough chakra, he could have killed Kimimaro easily. But of course Sasuke doesn't know about this, and he doesn't know how strong Naruto truly is. But Orochimaru doesn't really care, because he knows that he's going to take Sasuke's body, but that's not going to happen. Of course, then a few days later, Orochimaru gets killed by Sasuke, because Sasuke believes that Orochimaru is no longer needed to him, especially because Orochimaru is weaker, just like in the original, and so he kills him, and word goes around. But of course Naruto and Tsuki, since they aren't really in a team, they actually make their own little team. But of course they still find out about Asuma's death, and they actually go and help out team 10 and 7, since they don't really have anything about to do except going to Itachi in a few days. Of course they want to help out, and plus they want to get rid of the Akatsuki as soon as possible, because they don't want to lose any other Jinchuriki. But of course the 3 and 2 tails has already been captured, and even the 4 tails has been captured by Kisame and Itachi, and also the 5 tails and 6. The 7 tails is still being captured right now as they speak. But anyway, of course now the rest of course they actually go and destroy what are the names, the two Akatsuki members, Kakuzu and Hidan. And yeah, Hidan and Kakuzu really stood no chance, just like in the original. But of course now Naruto and Tsuki were there. Naruto being even stronger than in the original, they completely obliterated these two Akatsuki members. But anywho, now after this, after their little fight, of course, Asuma was respected and was avenged, but Naruto and Tsuki actually left because they actually told the Hokage about this, the third Hokage, because the third Hokage is aware of all of this, and so the third Hokage actually gave them permission, and Tsunade actually came to know about this, about Itachi's sacrifice, and she actually consented them because she actually was, she was moved by Itachi's sacrifice, giving up everything, his family, just to protect his younger brother, who was innocent from the, coup d'etat and everything. And so she actually wants Itachi back in the village. Not only will they get a strong, duo back, but also, Itachi will get to see his little brother again, and plus, it will just be good for everyone, to be honest. But anywho, now Naruto and Tsuki actually arrive, and just saying, they arrived a few days before Sasuke, and they were able to sneak around Kisame. But anywho, now of course Tsuki still did the operation on Itachi, and Itachi was fully healed, and he realized that he can fight much better, but of course he's still half blind. And anywho, once Sasuke arrives, in the end, Naruto and Tsuki actually revealed themselves, and Sasuke was actually told about the true what happened to the Uchiha, what happened during the Uchiha massacre. But anywho, of course, Sasuke wants to kill Danzo, and Tsuki actually wants to kill Danzo herself, especially because of what happened to Shisui, because of Danzo. But anywho, once they return, here, what actually happened was that the Akatsuki, since they couldn't recruit Sasuke, they actually took initiative straight away by actually sending Kisame to the Cloud Village to capture Killer Bee. And since Kisame wasn't dead here, he wasn't dead in the original either, but still, he actually captured the Eight Tails easily with ease. And anywho, of course, Naruto, Jiraiya actually went off to fight Pain, and he did much better here, but in the end he had to escape because he was about to die. Pain was too strong for him, especially because he had no Into. But now that he has Into, and even though he's missing an arm, he believes that he can actually pull up a much better fight, especially because Naruto is going to be back in the village soon. And so he returns to the village and gets healed up. And anywho, now of course Pain still attacks, but here now of course once Naruto returns a few days later, after Sasuke just saying he awakened the EMS, and Naruto actually took care of Pain, and in the end both Naruto and Jiraiya went off to Takano Jutsu Nagato, just like in the original. And in the end Nagato changed, and they asked they actually asked Conan to return to the village, but in the end Conan said that she will go bury her friends, and she has something to do after this. And of course Naruto then says, alright then, I'm sorry Conan, but if you ever need help, or if you ever want to return to go somewhere, just come to Leaf Village, you'll be safe there. And of course the Conan in the end actually once she realizes that her 6 billion paper bombs didn't work, in the end she actually escaped. But Obito still found out where Nagato's and Yahiko's bodies were, because he made some research, and especially because Obito is a beast. Of course this was a bit later, and anywho, now after finding out that Killer Bee got captured, the Raikage still wants a 5 Kage summit. And of course here Danzo got confronted about all the crimes he's committed, and in the end he's been put to jail, and his arm was taken away, his Sharingan arm, and the Mangekyo Sharingan of Shisui Uchiha was given to his younger sister. Of course Tsuki now has the eternal Mangekyo Sharingan, and she actually awakened the perfect Susanoo. And there are 3 perfect Susanoo users now: Sasuke, Tsuki, and both and Itachi. And yes, Itachi is fully healed, his vision is back, and Conan and Itachi, started actually talking to each other. And of course, since they had a lot in common, losing everyone that was precious to them basically, and everything, and they could relate a lot. Anywho, now Naruto and the rest stayed back in the village. And yeah, of course the five Kage summit happened as per normal, just that Sasuke wasn't there to attack it. But they found out about the Akatsuki declaring war for the Nine Tails, and of course Naruto was actually wanted. Anywho, Naruto was actually sent to the same place where Killer Bee was actually able to master his tail beast powers. And just saying, this was actually revealed by the Raikage, especially because the Raikage doesn't want to lose this war. He's actually a lot more competitive here, especially because he already lost his younger brother. He doesn't want to actually let the Akatsuki take the Nine Tails too, after even after finding out Naruto was Minato's son. He didn't want to let his own rival's son to be taken away from someone who took away his own brother, and he wants to kill the Akatsuki. Anyway, of course Naruto still masters his tail beast strength, and here he actually meets both Minato and Kushina. And of course Naruto's really happy about meeting them. But anywho, of course Naruto, once he comes out of his training, he realizes that there is a war going on. And just saying, Kabuto still reanimated all the shinobi that he could. Even Madara was with him, and of course there was destruction. Anywho, now of course Naruto still joins the war as per normal, but here he is alone. Anywho, Naruto still has to go up against Nagato, and Nagato used the planetary devastation here. But Naruto, since him being in the Anbu, he was much smarter, especially being trained by Shisui, and of course being more level-headed. He was actually able to find out how to destroy the planetary devastation, and he actually destroyed it. And in the end, Naruto created a seal. Remember, Naruto's a seal master too, and was actually able to seal Nagato away. Anywho, now Naruto still went up against all the tail beasts, and in the end nearly died. Of course, coming to the rescue, both Tsuki and Kakashi, and then Might Guy actually joined them. And anywho, now Naruto, Tsuki was actually tired from using the Monkey Sharingan so much, and she was out of the fight basically. And basically, Kakashi in the end decided to basically give up his life to save them. But of course Naruto and Kakashi are actually pretty good acquaintances now, and Kakashi actually wants to actually adopt Naruto, even though Naruto has a godfather. Kakashi actually wanted to adopt Naruto because of him being his master's son and everything. And then of course he actually got permission, and Jiraiya's like, after this war, if we all are able to survive, I'll give you permission to adopt Naruto, and Naruto can become your son. And of course Naruto actually likes Kakashi, not only as a role model, especially because Kakashi was willing to give up his life for everyone in the land of waves. And here he was willing to give up his life for Naruto and Tsuki and Might Guy. But in the end, Naruto actually last second he awakened KCM2. Not awakened, he unlocked KCM2 because the Nine Tails said, Naruto, you ready? And of course Naruto's like, come, let's go. And anywho, now of course saving everyone, Naruto being pretty overpowered now, actually uses the flying Raijin with the Nine Tails to actually attack one of the tail beasts. And he's actually able to take the rod out easily. And yeah, now Naruto, of course, being overpowered as hell, was able to easily overpower the other Jinchuriki, even the Eight Tails Jinchuriki, which was Killer Bee. And Naruto in the end still got the chakra of all the tail beasts, just like in the original. Anywho, now of course after this, Naruto and the rest actually left off for the war. And Obito got tired of the war, and Madara still destroyed the five Kage, and Jiraiya too here. And in the end, the Ten Tails was still revived as per normal. And yeah, everyone was pretty much in a dangerous position, but everyone united together, and they tried to fight off the Ten Tails. And here the four Kage actually still got revived by uh, what's his name? um, the full Kage, since well, not all full Kage were in the Reaper Death Seal. Of course, Kabuto wasn't able to revive Hashirama, especially because he had Madara. He was cocky enough. He was so cocky that he's like, nah, I made so many modifications to Madara that I don't even need the first Hokage. Who needs the first one? I have Madara with all these modifications. And anywho, of course, that was a mistake. If he had the first Hokage, the war would have pretty much been over. Especially because, Hashirama and both Madara together. But of course, Hashirama would have broke out easily and, fought against Madara. Anywho, now, of course, Sasuke, after defeating Kabuto with Itachi, actually decides to bring back Orochimaru because he believes that Orochimaru could actually use his own reanimation jutsu that he has mastered to actually bring back the other full Kage to actually help out in this war. And of course, in the end, Orochimaru still does it. Of course, Sasuke joined the fight against the Ten Tails a bit later. Of course, in the end, Minato still saving the whole entire Shinobi Alliance because Naruto actually ran out of chakra and Tsuki was healing him. And of course, Minato still asks Tsuki instead of Sakura him if Tsuki was Naruto's girlfriend. And of course, Tsuki says yes. And of course, Naruto's like, you see, I did get someone in the end. And of course, Minato was really happy for Naruto. And anyway, of course, the war kept going as per normal until Naruto and Sasuke, got annihilated by Madara. And yeah. Of course, just saying, Obito still in the end stole a lot more chakra from Madara than in the original, especially Six Path Sage Mode chakra, which actually helped him awaken his own Rinnegan. And then of course, Obito having both Monkey Sharingans, he actually awakened both Rinnegan and gave the chakra, the Nine Tails' chakra to Naruto. And then just half of it, just saying, because, if he took the whole Nine Tails, I'm pretty sure Madara would have lost the, Jinchuriki of the Ten Tails state. But anyway, of course, Naruto woke up again with his Six Path Sage Mode and saves a Might Guy from death. And anywho, now, of course, after this, Might Guy, Naruto and Sasuke unite forces to actually fight Madara, but in the end, Madara still uses the infinite Tsukuyomi, which then, Sasuke was actually able to save both Naruto, Tsuki, and Kakashi and Obito, of course. And here, Sakura wasn't in it. Of course, this team is completely different from Team 7, but in the end, Obito and Naruto actually team up because Obito has the Kami and the Rinnegan. And of course, what I mean by team up, wait, what did I say? Flying Raijin and Rinnegan? That's not what I meant to say. How Naruto has that ability to regenerate eyes. Obito got an idea, and basically he then looked at Kakashi and pulled out his own eyes, and basically Kakashi said, why'd you do that, Obito? We're in a dangerous situation now. And of course then Naruto looks at Obito. Obito looks at Naruto, and Naruto understood straight away from that look, and so he then he was actually getting ready to regenerate Obito's eye. Obito took out both of his eyes, and Naruto regenerated them both, and he had the Rinnegan again. And anyway, of course, then Naruto actually changed Obito's eyes, to make it so he can actually activate and deactivate the Rinnegan at any moment, and so which made it even more overpowered. And of course, then he did the same for Kakashi, which actually he modified both Kakashi's DNA in his eyes to actually suit it so he can be like Obito. And that is pretty freaking overpowered from Naruto. Anyway, of course, Tsuki was like, wow, amazing. And of course, now Naruto and everyone together, they were actually able to team up against the Kaguya. And Naruto, being freaking OP here, was actually able to kind of annihilate Kaguya by actually using a lot of his Flying Raijin techniques. And he actually created multiple techniques with the Flying Raijin, and here he didn't even lose any of his True Seeker orbs. That's how fast Naruto was. And of course, all of them together, they were actually able to get so many good hits on Kaguya that Naruto and Sasuke actually decided to kill Kaguya in the end, because you know, they didn't want a threat like her to be unsealed somehow, because they know that one day someone will, you know, emerge, or you know, something will happen, you know, in Kaguya's favor. And then now they don't know it will happen, but of course they are suspicious of it, and so they indeed decide to kill Kaguya, and Naruto actually gets the final blow right at the end. And so in the end, he's actually the one to gain the Karma Seal, and that's pretty OP. Anywho, of course, in the end, Naruto and Sasuke actually have their final fight. Especially because Sasuke wants a revolution, even though Itachi then says to Sasuke, no, don't do this. And of course, Sasuke then says it has to be done. And of course, Naruto actually annihilates Sasuke with ease, even though Sasuke used, you know, all the Tail Beast chakra. Naruto was able to annihilate him easily. And, you know, in the end, the Tail Beasts actually decided to return. Well, they actually decided to get inside Naruto, so Naruto becomes the Jinchuriki of all the Tail Beasts. So, you know, Naruto could, you know, protect them and protect the whole entire Shinobi world with their power. And of course, they don't have to, you know, always, you know, link through Kurama to actually meet everyone, each other. And now, of course, Naruto becoming the Jinchuriki of all the nine-tailed beasts fully, like literally. Of course, they were able to, you know, stop the, no, well, it wasn't just because of that, but in the end, whoa, what the fuck was that? Yo, that scared the shit out of me. Anywho, in the end, you know, Naruto and Sasuke undo the infinite Tsukuyomi, and just saying, Naruto still has all of his truth seeker orbs. And anywho, now after this, you know, everyone was awakened, even Itachi. And just saying, Itachi, I know I said Itachi said, why are you doing this, but that was a mistake from my part. That was a big mistake from my part. You know, I'm small brain as always, but anywho, you know, the king of weebs is small brain. And if you go up to here, I mean, wait, what am I saying? I'm not even done with my intro. Anyway, that's where I'm gonna end off, guys. I hope you all enjoyed it. Please take care, stay safe. This was the king of weebs there. Also, don't forget to subscribe to Ratreet, Miniman123, and Hxmesh. And also, don't forget to, you know, follow Shokro on Instagram, and follow me on Twitter and Instagram, and join the Discord server, link in the description below. And if you want some good quality anime merch, you can get it from Beautiful Halo, link in the description below. And yeah, I hope you all enjoyed this part. And anywho, now I shall be, you know, leaving. And of course, if you got up to this part, you can actually tell me by actually, you know, typing up hashtag the king of weebs small brain. Yes, if you got up to here, you can type that in your comment, and I will know that you got up to here. And here, I hope you enjoyed it. Please stay safe. I know it was only 42 minutes, but I tried my best. Anyway, guys, please don't feel no, not November. Don't be weak like me, and peace.